Wilbur smiled. Timothy's a good sheriff. I'm sure he'll get to the bottom of this. Faye was caught off guard. She was still angry at Timothy, but here Wilbur was calling him a good guy. On second thought, however, it seemed like Timothy had not done anything wrong. He was only doing his own job. Besides, it was perfectly understandable that he was angry at her for trying to threaten him with Bowie. Timothy did, from a professional view, seem like a good cop. Wilbur said to Faye, "All right, you should go to work. I told you that the truth will come out in the end, and lies will never stand the test of justice." Faye could only nod, then left for Cape. There were all these people over there, including herself, who could not rest just yet. She had to plan out the next step, and it was not the time to rest yet. Over at Willowcorp, Yvonne sat in her office, feeling like she was at her wit's end. Willowcorp had been bombarded with messages from banks in the past 2 days, all of them declaring they wanted to stop working with Willow Corporation. Some of their other partners had already reached out to them personally for the same reason as well. Yvonne understood that these people were all acting under the unspoken pressure that was Cape International. She had been foolish enough to get a divorce from Wilbur to remarry Blake, but Blake had lost his position as a chairman on the day of the wedding and was even arrested for breaking the law. Faye's plan had caused Willow Corporation to completely lose their reputation, and Yvonne was now the laughingstock for everyone. Under all those external pressures, Willow Corp was finally facing a crisis. If the Willow family could not endure this ordeal, it would be the end of them. Nevertheless, business was like personal health. Disease and sickness always came like a landslide. What was once a top corporation worth billions of dollars could crumble just like that, but rebuilding it would take far longer than that. Just as she was stuck in her worries, her mother Miranda came running into the office happily. Yvonne saw her mother and asked impatiently, "Mom, what are you doing here?" "I've got some good news," Miranda said mysteriously. Yvonne stopped short before growing quite happy. She was more than eager to hear about good news at a time like this. "What good news?" she hurried to ask. Miranda looked nothing but smug. "Wilbur's been arrested." "Wilbur Penn? Arrested?" Yvonne could not wrap her head around this. Miranda was ecstatic. "Yes, he sexually assaulted someone last night and got arrested." Yvonne was in shock for a long time before finally processing what her mother had just said. "That can't be." "What do you mean it can't be?" "He was arrested." Miranda was still smug and pleased. Yvonne frowned. "How did you find out about this? Who did he assault?" "Just some random girl. I heard about it through someone," Miranda said. Yvonne's brows were tightly knit as she fell deep into thought. That was a big deal. On second thought, however, it did not really make sense. Wilbur had been with her for 3 years as a legally married couple. Ever since she had turned him down once, he had never made a move on her before. And now he was with that gorgeous CEO, Faye Eves. With the power Wilbur had, as well as Faye's looks, it made no sense for Wilbur to force himself onto someone instead of just taking what was right in front of him. Even if Faye was not in the picture at all, or she turned him down, all Wilbur had to do was put a word out, and countless starlets and celebrities would jump at the chance to be with him. Yvonne thought it through, then slowly looked at her mother. "Please, tell me you're not the one behind this." What do you mean that I was behind this?" Miranda's gaze darted away nervously. Yvonne knew the truth at once. She flared up in anger as she shouted, "Answer me! Did you arrange for this to happen?" "No, I didn't," Miranda replied obstinately. However, Yvonne did not believe her and roared, "Don't you know what our family is facing? The Willow family will be done for if you're really the one behind this."